Hi, my name is Farzad Matthias Kaki. Just see me as a mental entertainer, okay? Whatever I'm gonna say, you probably already know it, all right? This is just my perspective, okay? There's nothing called the truth, according to me, even though I'm gonna talk about truth and stuff, but there's only perspective, all right? And the more perspectives you have of something, the closer you are to the truth, all right? And again, what I'm gonna tell you, you already know, all right? So for 2 to 3 years, I've been working with agility. Before that, I've spent 8 years conforming to bosses who try to control me with Excel sheets. And you know, when they feel that they lose control, they add one more column. And you're like, yes, great. Now I gotta spend the weekend trying to figure out what it is you want me to write on this Excel sheet. And also at the same time, I was suffering from a symptom called the lost prince or lost princess syndrome, which was, you know, if I run this company, it would be so much better, you know? But would it actually? We don't know. I believe so anyways. So the reason why I'm here today is to give you another perspective of agility. A lot of people miss that. Everyone thinks, you know, it's a to-do list, work in progress, done. And then, you know, these cult leaders come in and like, oh my God, let's do agility, you know? But sometimes they forget certain things that are very important for agility. Right now, we're going through a lot of digitalization and transformation in the industry, everywhere actually, and everyone is using agility to do so, or most of the people do, or something called SAFe, lean. There are many things out there, but this is something I love. If you want to make enemies, try to change something. And you know, I'm not trying to change the way you work, I'm just trying to change the way you think about work, or the way you want to do agile, or anything like that. But still, it creates enemies, trust me. So, yeah, why should we go agile? Everyone is going agile, yeah? It's the buzzword, yeah? We love it. It's amazing, isn't it? How many of you have a good experience of agility? Oh wow, that was not so good actually. All right, how many of you have a bad experience of agility? Both of that, okay. You're ambivalent, yes and no, yeah? All right, cool. Well, let's look at the old buzzwords, yeah? We had lean is mean, Kaizen, just in time, Six Sigma, 5S, whatever, all of this stuff, yeah? They were amazing actually. Some of them are really, really good stuff, yeah? And agility has a lot of things in there. Like Kaizen is kind of a retrospective in agility. But, you know, take example, like, but what went wrong? You know, like that was the question I asked myself, like all these buzzwords came and went, and just what happens, and now just some few people just doing like lean, or some few people doing Six Sigma or something. Ugh, Six Sigma, oh my God. I don't like Six Sigma at all. But, you know, like take companies like the success stories, Toyota. They started with just in time, yeah? It was their whole thing, yeah? And they just pushed it through. From the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. It was amazing. Everyone went there, like, I heard some stories that people from Volvo went over there and like, oh my God, this is amazing, let's do it ourselves, you know? And then came back and did like, nah, kind of, you know, they didn't follow through all the way, yeah? So, you know, for me, what happened very often was that somebody went, saw something, learned something about lean or agility or something, and then they come in. Let's say the triangle is the person who just went for an agile course, you know, amazing person. And they come in and I'm like, I'm a triangle. I'm gonna tell the square, the round, the abstract person to work the triangle way of agility, yeah? And then they go like, okay, let's do it. And everyone else is just miserable. And this person is like, yeah, this is amazing, it works. I don't need any Excel sheets, I have a work in progress to-do list, whatever, and then they just do whatever they want. But the problem is here that there is no trust here, yeah? Because I'm telling you how to work the triangle way. I'm not trusting you to do the work your way, yeah? There's an issue here. Like, look at me, I've been 8 years, I was forced into working ways that didn't fit me. I'm the most efficient person in the world. Lazy. And I like to do things my way. I try to figure out a faster way to do things, and I hate tedious processes and stuff like that, yeah? But you know, then I had a boss who was like, well, you have to do this, and this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and I was just like, I wasn't listening, and then I figured it out, and then I just did that, and I hated my job, yeah? And this is where most of us just end up. we don't like our jobs. So, you work the waterfall way. I love waterfall. This is the most amazing thing ever. So when we have that stuff, I mean, it's just so arrogant to think that you know exactly what the outcome will be in 1 year. You sit for 2-3 months and you just plan, and then you go to someone like, okay, I know exactly what I want. And then you let it go, and then you come back after a year and like, oh my God, we don't have enough money. Reduce the testing of the product, just get it out there. I mean, what's going on here? Why are we doing this? Why are we, it's just, I don't get it at all, this waterfall thing. And then, so we go from comfortable, predictable, we know what's going on, into total anarchy. Yeah? How many have been experienced this with waterfall? Okay, yeah. I got some hands up. So now everyone is doing this whole agility thing. Let's do it. Let's go over to agility. It's going to be amazing. So what they do is this lovely thing that I call, well, I don't call it, some people call it the ad hoc, just do something. Wannabe agility, aka do anything to shut them up technique. Which is, it also resonates with the whole, the louder I scream, the more things people do for me. So everyone in your company ends up screaming at you, so you just start fixing anything, yeah? And what happens is you finish like 30, 25% over there, 50% over there, and 35% over there. But you never actually finish anything. There is no synergy, there is no balance in your output, nothing. You just do anything to shut anyone up. You never finish anything. How is this agile? This is firework, yeah? Firefighting, yeah? That's all it is. And it leads to so much frustrations, and most of it, like I am semi in this situation a little bit, but it's getting better. But it leads to so much frustration for me as a manager. I just try to manage, just do anything to shut people up, and it's just, I go home at night, I cry in the shower, and just like, what am I doing with my life? Kind of thing, yeah? A lot of frustrations, but we try to get rid of that now. So what is actual agility? What happened now? Okay. We have a technical issue. Be right back. No. Oh, come on. All right, yes. So, agility. Notice that I've done everything inside the circle. And agility is about the framework. You have to be very strict with the framework. You can be flexible inside of it, but it's a rigid framework. You have to follow it. It's a lot of discipline involved in it. But people forget this, yeah? And so agility is all about this stuff, but it's also about seeking the truth about the product that we're doing. Because agility, mostly according to me, is about the feedback loops. Yeah, you create feedback loops everywhere you go. Okay, customer, do you like this product? No? Okay, then we know we're a little bit closer to the truth. Then we try it this way. Do you like this product? Yes, I do. Okay, we start developing things. Do you like this feature? Yes. Do you like this feature? No. And so on and so forth. But this is a method for the product, yeah? And we know this. This is not hard. You do some customer story mapping, or you do, what is it called? Customer story? Yeah, it's something like that. User story mapping, yeah? No, user mapping story, whatever, something. Can't remember now. So you do all of those things, and you figure out the truth about the product that you're developing, that is the actual truth. But what we often forget is the truth, well, the truth within our own company. Yeah? We don't create feedback loops to our managers, do we? No? Anyone? Do you have a feedback loop to your manager? Hey man, you suck. Do you have that? Yeah, you do. Wow, great. I love that. So do I. I go to the people I work with, I constantly ask them, like, how can I do things better so you can work better? And they yell at me and all that stuff. So what I try to create is an agile culture, but I call it a culture of honesty. Yeah? This is where it is at right now. This is what we need to start creating at companies. Now, honesty is between you and me, yeah? We talk to each other. You're my team, or whatever, yeah? The truth is something else. That's when we try to figure out the truth of something we're trying to create. But the honesty is about you, between me and you, yeah? And, we have this thing in Sweden where we say, what is it? Talking is silver, but silence is gold. And how are you going to get anything out? How are you going to make anything better? I have so many people who are frustrated at work, and if they're frustrated, that means they want something. They want to change something. They want to make things better, yeah? But are we utilizing that energy? No. We're just wasting it away. Because everyone is sitting there, I love my manager. Do you say anything to him? No. Any idea he has is the best. Yeah? Or the, what was it called? The hippo, the highest person. You always follow the highest paid person's opinion in the room. You don't actually speak up. You don't actually say. You're not in a culture or an environment where you can actually speak up and say how to make things better. We don't utilize that. So it's all about like creating the feedback loop within your own, like vertically within your own organization. Yeah. And people go, well, is it really that easy to just create all of that, that culture of honesty where everyone speaks up and says anything they want and everyone feels heard and, oh, it's going to be so great. Is it really that easy? Yeah, it is that easy. Hell yeah. But it's really difficult getting there. Yeah? We have to go through a lot of changes within our culture, but the culture is only the vision of where we're going to go. The next step is we need to change the mindset of people. Yeah? Without the mindset, we're not going to get anywhere, because what's happening right now is that we have so many, like agility becomes a subculture instead of a mindset. You know, this is what's going on. We have all of these agile coaches, all of these cult leaders, everyone coming in like, let's go agile, but it's only them screaming it. Everyone else just goes, yeah, we have problems, we will not solve this with agility or anything like that, yeah? It just doesn't go through the entire organization. Yeah? So, you are the enablers. Yeah, if you actually believe in agility, you got to be that thing. And what we end up with very often, this is the culture, and this is the mindset. And we need to get that over there. So most of these people have the right mindset. Then we have a culture also on top of that. Just imagine the culture being the head and the mindset being the feet. Because without it, you can't do, you know, if you're not taking actions and doing things, it's not going to happen. Yeah? So what are we actually trying to reduce here with this culture of honesty? We're trying to make well, at least I am trying to create a culture where we can have fun at work, yeah? Because what's going on right now is, you know, work, you're there for 8 hours a day. It becomes a community, yeah? These are my friends, I hang out with them 8 hours a day, more than a lot of people that I know in my life, yeah? So we become friends, we need to hang out, and instead if we are frustrated, we go to work, everyone is quiet, it's politics here, politics over there, it becomes a kindergarten, yeah? Everyone talks shit about each other. You know, I heard this happen and blah, 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 and if I run the company, it would be so much better, and la, 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 la. Yeah, we don't get anywhere. And this is where agility helps us to, it says it clearly in the Agile Manifesto, you know, we prefer to have communication over email. We prefer to have working product over documentation, heavy documentation. We're trying to reduce, we're trying to humify, we're trying to get things to the point where, you know, it just works. It's easy on the mind. When you go to work, you go in, you do your job, and you go home. And you had a great time. Meanwhile, you were there, you spoke, you were speaking freely, you were talking honestly. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to reduce our blind spot. Now, the Johari window talks about everything. Okay, so let's talk about the unknown. The unknown is in your subconscious. Nobody knows this. You don't know this. All right? It can be a product. It can be you. Okay? The hidden stuff is my little secrets. You know, whatever. It's mine. It's mine. Nobody else knows it. Then it's the open stuff. Everyone knows that I'm an extrovert. I know it. You know it. It's not a problem. But it's the blind spot. That's where the problem of my leadership is, or that's the problem of our product. We don't know what the blind spot is. And we have to ask other people for feedback for that. It can be anything. Like my team, for instance, I reduce my blind spot by asking questions to my team constantly. I ask for feedback. Okay, guys, what did I do bad? Oh, you talked too much during the meeting about unimportant things. Oh, sorry. Now I know. For next time, I'll do better. Yeah, I dare to ask the question of what can I do better. I don't go to my team and say, oh guys, you need to do this better. Unless I have to, but then we talk about it. So this also goes into everything. And what we're trying to do with reducing the blind spot is that we're trying to prevent something called the Peter Principle. The Peter Principle is that everyone reaches their level of incompetence. Okay? Which means you do a good job here, you get a promotion. You do a good job here, you get a promotion, and then you suck here. Yeah? And you have so many bosses like this. You know, you're just like, what the hell are you doing here? You are worthless, you are useless, you are this. I mean, and you hate that person. You go home and you just, a lot of people chooses their bosses over their jobs nowadays, yeah? It's because we have met the Peter so many times. Yeah? And we need to reduce this somehow. We need to get rid of these people. Not get rid of them. We need to educate them. We need to move them to the side. We need to do something. It is terrible. You know, I have reached my Peter principle. I can admit that. You know, when I first got the job, I reduced this by going out to everyone like, guys, I don't know anything about what I'm doing. And then everyone helped me to become competent in my job. Now these are the poor people who are, you know, they just got put in a position, they worked very well, they moved up the ladder, and it was good for them, yeah? But then they got stuck because all of a sudden they suck at their job, but they want to hide it because they don't want to lose the money, for instance, yeah? So they'll do anything. They'll add another column to the Excel sheet or something like that. Google, for instance, they solved this by, or not Google, I can't remember, it was a Silicon Valley company. What they did was basically, they went to the person after 3 months of having a new position, they interview you, and they interview the people below you. Is he doing a good job? Do you feel that this job is for you? If both got yes, then you move on. After 6 months, then they ask again. You know, and if you were like, I do this job really great, I love being a manager, and your team was like, he sucks. Then they were like, okay, well, let's try to give you an like a leadership course or something like that, yeah? And after 6 months, if you still were bad at it, they didn't fire you, they just moved you down, but they let you keep the money. Because you did a good job. You got to that level, but you get to keep the money. You don't lose any prestige, you don't lose any bullshit. And this is so like, oh God, it's so simple, it's so logical. And how did they come up with this? Feedback. How can we get rid of the Peter principle? It's an, you know, organizational agility. Oh my God, I just came up with the name of the speech I'm going to make now. So I try to use something called radical candor. It's a lady called Kim Scott. She uses this. I really recommend that you read this book. All right? And she talks about, well, honesty in leadership. So radical candor is all about you need to challenge people directly and you need to care personally. Yeah? Then you're honest. You give honest feedback. You challenge them. Can we do this better? Blah, 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 blah. And you care personally about them. You want them to grow. You want them to be happy. Yeah? If you don't, if you just challenge people constantly, you just become obnoxiously aggressive. No, I don't agree with you. Have you done this? Blah, 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 blah. You know these people. And then we have the people who don't even care about you or challenge you at all. They just sit around in the sneaky little behind you and just stab you in the back to just get up. These are usually the psychopaths or sociopaths or whatever you want to call them, yeah? And then we have the worst one, which is we have so much of this in Sweden, you know, because we love everyone. Ruinous empathy. Yeah, we care so much about everyone. So we have managers who never take decisions because they want to care for everyone. Well, no, I don't want to take a decision that makes you unhappy, but it's going to make you definitely unhappy. So how about I take no decision and you guys fix it? Oh, great. We agree to disagree. Well, that's great, guys. Well, you'll figure it out. Yeah? This is terrible. We need to get over here. We need to talk honestly to each other. It's so easy, actually. It seems difficult, you know, and you're like, oh, I'm going to lose my job. So what? Don't work there. Yeah? So yeah, let's avoid that, please. But it's also, you know, just to be honest, like, this is also by getting, like, get the emotions right, you know? You got to feel people out. How you doing, man? I honestly ask you, dude, I fucking hate this job. Why? Because you suck. Or this process sucks. Okay, let's see how we can do it better. Why is it such a difficult conversation? Yeah? Is it because my boss has a ridiculous idiot as a boss? Is it because my boss is a psychopath? And if any of you here are psychopaths, please just remember, if you want to move up the corporate ladder, if you want more money, if you want a Ferrari, whatever, the fastest way to get there is by lifting everyone up below you so they lift you up. And I'll prove it. So, these are emotions versus productivity. Okay? Now, disgust is on the bottom. So, basically think about that you're working and you smell shit all the time. Yeah? You do about 22 tasks per week. If you're joyful, you do about 30, all right? Management by fear, psychopaths, look at this. You're just average. But if you get people to feel trust and anticipation, look at that. Look at 200 in productivity. Now, what we have learned now is we should fire everyone who's happy. And no, what we have learned is basically, this is your job as a manager, to make sure you're supposed to be joyful and create that trust and anticipation for your team. Yeah? Or you can be an asshole and create, management by fear. Yeah? So this is a study, and you can check it out and blah, 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 whatever, but it's my interpretation of it, my perspective of it, all right? So some of you will Google this and like, oh, hey man, I'm sorry, I found some information here. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't care about you guys. But the whole thing is, like, it makes sense to me. Because what I do at work, I try to create happiness. I try to create anticipation. I trust my team. I delegate so much work to them. I just go, you do it. I trust you. You can do it. Yeah, and when they come and ask me a question, I always keep quiet for 10 seconds. They usually have the answer themselves. Yeah? Or I also ask you to try to learn cognitive coaching. Instead of like yelling at someone like, why are you not planning for your meetings? Just, hey man, how do you plan for your meetings? Because I suck at planning too. And then we sit down and we talk, and that person is pulling it out of their ass, but at least they're taking ownership of what they're saying. And they're gonna start doing it. There are different techniques to get to people. You can just humify it. Now, I have a lot of fun at work. I try to create that trust and anticipation, especially anticipation. I love that. So I come up with like themes, we dress up days, kind of thing. I just want to show you this picture. Now, I'm the creepy guy at the beach. This is summer beach party, okay? So I was just like, I'm going to be the creepy guy at the beach, hello, how are you young ladies, kind of thing. And that was the whole thing. But look at these guys, look at the faces. Yeah? We're having fun at work, even though we're working at Volvo, the Institute. Yeah? Come on, this is what you want to get at. Psychopaths, notice. This is how you move up the ladder fast. And this is not so hard. You can do it if you just want to. Just be yourself, Because remember, it's a community. In the end, you can be, Wall Street dude. Yeah, hello, I'm here to make business. Yeah, money, buy, sell. Yeah, but whatever. After a while, your real personality is going to come out anyways. We have all this business intelligence coming, exposing us. Technology is exposing us more and more and more. We can't hide anymore soon enough. So just be yourself. So what does agility give us? Well, we know it gives happier teams. We know it gives faster time to market. We know it gives better quality. And we know that it gives higher productivity, if it's done right, of course. Yeah, we all know this. But this is only possible if we create feedback loops. Yeah, we get happier teams if we create better feedback loops with them. Hey, how's it going? What's going on? What can I do better? What can you do better? Blah, 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 blah. Better quality. Better productivity. Faster time to market. Well, is the product that we're creating, is it correct? Feedback loop. Well, I'm trying to connect it, but anyways. But there is another psychological part of it. And that we gamify work in a sense. Yeah? We have a to-do list, we have work in progress, we have done. Notice? One, we have transparency now in work. Everyone can see what I'm doing. Yeah? And when I'm moving that from work in progress to done, I'm getting like, yeah, I did it. High five. Shh. Yeah? It's psychological also. There are so many other aspects of agility that we have forgotten, that we don't know about. We just, it's a method. No. So much more to it. I urge you, if you have a team that you work with, or you have someone below you or something like that, you need to start trusting them. All right? You need to start empowering people. And if you have a boss that doesn't listen to you and tells you how to do your job, then you need to talk to them. Call me and I'll come and meet you up or something. Because I am not a developer. I'm in charge of 2-3 teams of developers. Yeah, I am not a developer. I don't know front end. I don't know back end. I don't know, anything. So how am I supposed to decide on how these people are supposed to work when I don't know what they're doing? Yeah. You got to push down the decisions to the people actually doing the work. For them to be for them to be engaged in all of this, you need to also trust them. So when someone starts working here in the beginning, you know, you're directing them. They have high enthusiasm, but they'll have low competence. Then they get a little bit higher competence, and you try to coach them. You know, they're going through the learning curve. They just started, you know. Here you try to sell everything, you try to coach them, you know, this is why we work like this, blah, blah, blah. You know, they don't know if they want to work here still. Then after a while, you don't tell them much, you know. They start taking their own decisions. They're getting slowly, you know, they're learning how to bicycle on their own, slowly. And at the end, you delegate everything to them, you trust them. Why am I showing this? This is not very important, but why am I showing this? Because the companies who have the highest turnover of people are keeping their employees in these points. They don't trust you to tell you what to do. The manager's constantly talking to you. He's always taking this, he, she, it, whatever, is always taking the decision here. Yeah? It's never you. It's always them. Here it's you, and here it's absolutely you. Here's you and the manager basically together. But this is the thing. If we don't get over here, we're screwed. We lose people, brain drain, etc. It's terrible. So, in the end of all of this, I'm sorry, it's weird, it's everything, but what I'm trying to get at is that if you're going to learn anything from me today, there are enough psychopaths out there. We have enough fucking problems in our lives, and then go to work and have fucking problems there too. It's enough is enough. You know, we need to start creating culture, an environment where we can speak up. Nothing has to change, but at least we can speak up, you know? It's like when you go to a confession booth, you know, whatever you say to the priest, I'm an atheist and thank God for that, but if you go and you talk to someone who's like, yeah, I hear you, bless you, go drink Bloody Marys, you feel better, yeah? And hopefully somebody will listen and you start changing. We need to get there now because we need to humify work. I'm not saying that we're supposed to create charity at work, yeah? Well, Volvo has much money, we can do anything. No. I talked to a CEO yesterday and he was like, I want to create job security for my people. Yeah? I want them to feel safe at work. But for me to be able to do that, they need to generate money. We need to have output. We need to get money. Of course you do. But there is a difference between making money the easy way, like the humified way, or, you know, the, oh my God, I hate my job kind of thing. And when you end up in that situation, like, you know, there's so much frustration, so much trash talk at work, it's just, you know? I showed this to a friend, and she was like, what is this? This doesn't even make sense. And this is actually from the Roadrunner, the coyote guy, you know, who's trying to kill the Roadrunner. Meet me. And he has a business card that says, will travel, have brain. It says genius, but I had to put fun because otherwise people thought I was too. We gotta start accepting transparent, like we have to start accepting honesty and accepting that we have to empower people. We have to start changing our ways of working nowadays, all right? And try to always find the truth, because in the end, the truth will set you free. That's it.